by making films, and he really had a lot of energy, and I guess there's the other Stevie Wonder, not the one who was here tonight, but.
Michael J. Fox is one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, but few know the full depth of his journey. Behind the charm and wit that made him a household name lies a story of grit, near-death moments, hidden battles, and one of the most significant personal health crusades of our time. During the filming of Back to the Future Part 3, a hanging scene nearly turned fatal. Michael insisted on performing the scene without a safety box to make it look realistic. On the third take, the rope accidentally tightened around his neck, cutting off blood flow to his brain. He passed out and hung unconscious for several seconds until director Robert Zemeckis noticed and rushed to cut him down. It was a harrowing experience, but shockingly not his greatest fight. Michael Andrew Fox was born on June 9, 1961 in Edmonton, Alberta. His father, a career soldier, and his mother, a payroll clerk with a quiet love for acting, raised him in a military family. Constant relocations across Canada taught Michael to adapt quickly and use humor to make friends. After his father retired in 1971, the family settled in Burnaby, British Columbia. As a child, Michael dreamed of playing professional hockey. He poured everything into the sport, inspired by legends like Bobby Orr. But he stopped growing at just 5'4", a height that made a pro career nearly impossible. Letting go of that dream was devastating, but it pushed him toward another path where height didn't matter. In high school, Michael discovered drama class and was encouraged to audition for a CBC sitcom, Leo and Me, at age 15. His youthful appearance, once a liability in sports, became an asset on screen. He landed the role of Jamie and received his first professional paycheck from 1978 to 1979. Michael starred in several Canadian TV films, earning growing recognition and even gracing the pages of teen magazines. But it was his performance in The Shadow Box, a Pulitzer Prize-winning play, that solidified his passion for acting as an art. At just 18, he portrayed a young man dying of cancer, earning praise for his emotional depth. Despite having offers in Canada, Michael made a bold move in 1979. He left for Hollywood with only $500 and no industry connections. His agent warned him the city wasn't kind to unknowns, especially someone his height. But Michael was determined. Hollywood did not welcome him easily. For over a year, he faced constant rejection, mounting debt, and near eviction. He auditioned for more than 100 roles and failed to land most. In 1980, he even sold his sectional couch piece by piece to pay rent. His first movie role came in Midnight Madness, a minor part that paid $2,000 but led nowhere. That same year, he officially changed his name to Michael J. Fox, opting for the J in tribute to actor Michael J. Pollard, after discovering another Michael Fox was already registered with the Screen Actors Guild. Everything changed on August 20, 1982. Broke and 2 months behind on rent, Michael received a call from his agent. He had landed the role of Alex P. Kitten in Family Ties. Initially conceived as a show about liberal ex-hippie parents, it quickly shifted focus to Fox's young conservative character. Within a year, the show attracted 30 million viewers weekly. From 1986 to 1988, Fox won 3 consecutive Emmy Awards. NBC executives had once doubted his appeal, claiming he was too short and not marketable. Fox later sent one of them a custom lunchbox with a note, "This is for your crow." In January 1985, Fox was cast as Marty McFly in Back to the Future, replacing Eric Stoltz. The role demanded an exhausting schedule. Family Ties by day and filming the movie by night. For 2 moons, he averaged only a few hours of sleep each night. The film grossed nearly $400 million and launched Fox into superstardom. He went on to play multiple characters across the trilogy, including Marty's son and ancestor. The rest of the 80s and 90s saw hit after hit Teen Wolf, The Secret of My Success, Casualties of War, and Doc Hollywood. He also thrived in voice acting with roles in Homeward Bound, Stuart Little, and Atlantis. By the early 2000s, his films had grossed over $1.8 billion globally. In 1991, at just 29, Fox noticed a twitch in his pinky while filming Doc Hollywood. Doctors diagnosed him with early-onset Parkinson's disease. For 7 years, he kept the diagnosis secret, hiding symptoms with medication and clever on-screen tactics. Off-screen, he struggled with alcoholism and depression, describing that period as hitting rock bottom. With support from his wife, Tracy Pollan, Fox got sober and began accepting his new reality. He revealed his diagnosis publicly in 1998 at the age of 37 on the cover of People magazine. The world responded with overwhelming support. Fox returned to TV with Spin City in 1996. He told network heads about his diagnosis before signing on, and the show became a massive hit. He won 3 Golden Globes, an Emmy, and 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards during his run. But by 2000, the physical toll forced him to step away from full-time acting. That same year, Fox founded the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research. Initially a passion project, it became a scientific powerhouse. By 2023, the foundation had raised over $2 billion, outpacing the U.S. government in Parkinson's research funding. In 2023, it helped deliver a major breakthrough, a spinal fluid test that can detect Parkinson's with 93% accuracy. Even as his symptoms worsened, Fox returned to acting in Rescue Me, The Good Wife, and Curb Your Enthusiasm. In 2020, he retired again, until 2025, when he returned in Shrinking for a guest role alongside Harrison Ford. His literary work became just as impactful. His memoirs, Lucky Man Always Looking Up and No Time Like the Future, became bestsellers. He even won a Grammy for Best Spoken Word Album. In 2025, Fox was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Joe Biden, recognizing both his artistic legacy and his tireless advocacy. That same year, he returned to television and announced a new memoir, Future Boy, Back to the Future and My Journey Through the Space-Time Continuum, timed for the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. Now 64, Fox continues to face Parkinson's head-on. He's spoken candidly about the daily struggles, falls, surgeries, and mobility loss, but has never lost his humor or optimism. His wife, Tracy, and 4 children remain his pillars of strength. As close friend Ryan Reynolds once said, "He falls because he's unafraid to fly." Despite his condition progressing in recent years, Fox remains deeply engaged with the world. He jokes that while Parkinson's has taken many things from him, steadiness, handwriting, and the ability to play the guitar, it hasn't touched his spirit. "Parkinson's doesn't define me," he said in a 2025 interview. "It's part of my life, but it's not my whole life. I still have joy. I still have purpose." His public appearances, though less frequent, carry an emotional weight. When he walks on stage, often with assistance, audiences rise to their feet not out of pity, but in admiration. They see a man who refuses to surrender, who transforms vulnerability into strength. One of his most powerful moments came at the 2023 SXSW Film Festival, where Still a Michael J. Fox Movie, a documentary about his life, premiered to standing ovations. Directed by Davis Guggenheim, the film blended archival footage, reenactments, and present-day interviews to show not only Fox's career but also his resilience. In it, Fox didn't shy away from showing his falls, his slurred speech, or his frustration. But he also laughed, told stories, and made it clear he still had a lot to say. His new memoir, Future Boy, delves deeper into the spiritual and emotional aspects of his journey. More than a career retrospective, it's a reflection on identity, aging, legacy, and time, the very themes that defined Back to the Future. He writes openly about fearing the loss of his voice, the pain of watching old footage of himself, and the odd detachment of being both a cultural icon and a man fighting a degenerative disease. Yet, as always, the writing is laced with humor. He recalls a moment when a well-meaning fan approached him and said, "You're such an inspiration," only to trip over a nearby bench and land in Fox's lap. "I guess we inspired each other that day," he writes. His ability to find levity in difficult moments has become a kind of survival mechanism, and, for many, an inspiration. Outside of writing, Fox remains a fierce advocate. His foundation, which he still helps guide strategically, expanded its mission in 2025 to support not only Parkinson's research but also initiatives focused on patient quality of life. This includes grants for assistive technologies, caregiver support programs, and early screening education. He's passionate about making the path easier for others who come after him. His impact is felt far beyond the world of entertainment or medicine. Younger generations, many of whom never saw Family Ties or Teen Wolf leave on screen, now know him as a symbol of perseverance. His speeches are quoted in schools and fundraisers. His books are studied in college courses about memoir and disability studies. His face, once that of a teen idol, has become the face of defiant hope. Fox's relationship with fame has also evolved. In his early days, he chased roles, scripts, and box office numbers. Today, he sees fame not as a goal, but a platform. "If people still listen to me," he said during a podcast interview in 2025, "then I want to make sure I say something that matters." He often reflects on the unusual arc of his life. How he went from a kid in Canada dreaming of hockey to one of the biggest stars of the 1980s, and then into a global voice for medical research. "It's not the life I planned," he says, "but it's the life I'm proud of." His family remains at the heart of everything. He and Tracy, who married in 1988, recently celebrated their 37th wedding anniversary. Their marriage has endured more than most: fame, illness, time apart, and remains grounded in mutual respect and laughter. Their 4 children, now adults, have kept mostly out of the spotlight, but each has inherited a piece of their father's resilient spirit. When asked what he wants his legacy to be, Fox doesn't hesitate. "That I helped," he says simply. "That I didn't let fear win. That I made people laugh and maybe made them think a little. That I loved well, and people are listening." In 2025, the Michael J. Fox Foundation announced its most ambitious initiative yet: a $500 million endowment to fund research until a cure is found. The announcement was made during a global live stream in which Fox appeared, his voice shaking but resolute. "We are closer than ever," he told viewers. "Don't give up. I won't." As he looks toward the future, Fox remains realistic but hopeful. He knows Parkinson's will continue to challenge him. He knows there are days ahead that will be harder than the ones behind. But he also knows what it means to live fully, without waiting for perfect conditions. "I don't need to be cured to live a good life," he once said. "I just need to live it." And so he does. With every step,